majority of the field on Pirellis and Metzlers. Davey Todd, Chills on Dunlop. Michael Sweeney, he's also on Dunlop as well. Eddie Fair. Quite a few riders have made their way into the pits. Paul Jordan, Bob Hobson's in, Lucas Mora's in. So too Michael Evans, Mitch Reese, Warren Hoffman, Rick Blank, Ryan Whitehall, Mark Simpson. Issue with Erno Costomo is that he had a quick shifter issue, which is all being sorted now. So that was the reason that Erno came in after that first lap. So Erno Costomo came in, quick shifter issue, came back in. We have, just looking through, obviously Davey Todd and Peter Hickman have been on the podium before, so too Davo Johnson when he was on the PBM Ducati back in 2019, and I know his good pal Danny Tiento, former footballer, will be watching, supporting from Queensland. There is Paul Jordan. I think he'll be reasonably satisfied with how things have gone. So certainly you'd have to look at the racing this year, and you'd have to say Davey Todd, Peter Hickman and Erno Costomo, who won back in 2022. Those are your three favourites for podium positions ahead of Saturday's race. But who were the guys that could maybe nudge one or two of them off? Certainly Paul Jordan you'd have to put in that bracket. Rob Hodgson you'd have to say would be good with a top six. Davo Johnson, you'd be thinking if he was outside the top six, he wouldn't be too happy. Davo Johnson, in fact, a bit of a veteran of Macau. If you look at through the entry list, he's a bit of a veteran here, the Australian rider. He's made his Macau Grand Prix debut back in 2010. And along with, and I think it's Sam West and Peter Hickman, I think this, I'm sure just looking through the entry list again now, or was it Michael Sweeney? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. No, it's Sam West, David Johnson, Peter Hickman. This is their 7th time at Macau, and we're obviously without Michael Rutter here this year. So they are the riders, the most experienced riders when it comes to the motorcycle Grand Prix at Macau. Just notice there's someone running on at Lisboa. Nothing, I would say, to be too concerned about, as they'll be looking to, I think Hickman's just coming in now, but nothing that they will be too concerned about at this stage, just looking for a breaking point. This is the run that we're talking about coming down to Lisboa. There's the grandstand on the left. You can see a little bit of runoff there. Then tuck in. And into here again, second gear, then into San Francisco, third gear, fourth gear, then knocking it back down to third and second again. And it's really quite steep, San Francisco Hill. The TV pictures level things out. Gearing and some electronic issues as well with his BMW, but he's back out on track. And a really impressive rider, Erno Costomo, back home in Finland. He's the king of Imatra, of course, which you'd expect, but made his Isle of Man TT debut a couple of years ago and really took his time, really methodical, rider. He really impresses me, really does impress me. And last year was running very similar times to Peter Hickman and Davey Todd during qualifying. I know it was all very sketchy last year here in Macau, all the bikes, but yeah, he could be right in there with them this year on the race. So Davo Johnson also, I think, had some electronic issues. So he's back out on track too. 40 minutes of this session to remain. There with Marcus Rooney. I mentioned earlier, first time since 2019. First made his debut back in 2014, Marcus Rooney. So, and it's been, and of course, very well documented the injuries he's suffered through racing over the years. Yeah, he gets himself patched up, back together again. Just looking back through, in fact, it's quite surprising really. He's never actually finished in the top 10, which is a bit of a surprise, but I think certainly he would like to achieve that this year. I only met him briefly this morning to say hello. I've had a chance to chat with him so far, but 13th was his best result when he was back here in 2019. A few newcomers as well, which we'll talk about a little bit later. Just looking down now. So this is on screen at the moment. Maurizio Bottalico. We're talking about newcomers. The only Italian here this year. Number 40. Majority of this field racing on superstock engines. Erno Costamo has a superbike engine, but it's a superstock frame. And Rob Dunlop is also, he's got a brand new superbike as well, Rob Hodson, for Macau. So that's a brand new engine, so there's only 3, whether you wouldn't call Erno Costamos a fully blown superbike, but certainly Peter Hickman, Rob Hodson, Erno Costamo, all with superbikes. The rest, the likes of Michael Evans, etc., all racing superstock engines. It's crucial to get the corners right at Macau, as it is with any racetrack, of course, but certainly coming into the likes of Lisboa. I mean, you're talking in terms of from the race, in fact they're not too far off it, of course, but going into Lisboa, they're talking over 190 miles an hour. And it's crucial for Lisboa, you have to be fast out of Mandarin, the little kink just before it. Then it's up into 5th, 6th, you've got to get these corners right, certainly on the fast bits. Arguing maybe that Mandarin, the most important corner perhaps, you've got to be fast out of there. If you can get it out of there, then you're going to have a good lap. If you're not fast out of Mandarin, it can really screw things up. Peter Hickman's still in, by the way. Rob Hodgson is currently in. Paul Williams, Lauren Hoffman has just gone out. Marcus Simpson is still in. Kosovo is back in again. So Paul Jordan back out as well. Still in. But again, the great thing is they've got plenty of time. And let's hope for similar conditions again tomorrow and 48 hours from now. A little bit later, it's a little bit later on the schedule, the race. It's still the first event of the calendar, of the day, I should say, here at Macau, the bikes. And then it will be cars all day. And if you're watching,